Thank you.
Where's Waldo? I think you'll find him down at the Monte Carlo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, PhillyWaldo here, back again with another traveling adventure. And guys, I am back here once again in the wonders known as South Philadelphia, and I'm just getting ready to head over shortly over towards Lincoln Financial Field, because in just a couple hours from now, your hometown Philadelphia Eagles, in their regular season finale, will be facing off against the Washington Redskins. What's that? Uh-huh. 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 Really? So they don't call it that no more, do they? Well, I see. Today, the Eagles will be facing off against the Washington Commanders. So guys, I cannot wait for this football game to start here pretty shortly. This is actually going to be the first time I've in person been to an Eagles game in at least 6 years, so I cannot wait. I got some really good seats, and I can't wait for you guys to see them shortly. Obviously, I'm wearing my throwback fit today because the Eagles will be wearing their classic Kelly green uniforms today. And with a little bit of a twist, they're actually going to be throwing some throwback end zones in the mix here today. So I've seen those pictures, and they look really, really neat. So come along with me as I take you to see the sights, the sounds, the smells, the eats, the booze, the tailgates, the craziness, you name it, on another Sunday here in the wonders known as South Philadelphia. All right, walking over to the stadium now. Had to put another jacket on because it's getting a little chilly. So while I walk over to the stadium, I'm going to show you guys a bit of a tip on how you guys can save money on parking when you're coming down to South Philly for all kinds of events. All right, I'm not really sure if you guys can see, but that is the link all the way in the far distance, stuck behind these trees. And I'm right now over at the Navy Yard here at the base of Broad Street. And right here is the main entrance for people that either work here or there's a couple hotels that are in the area. Now, usually there is a guy that does security, and usually there's barricades that block people from going in that direction, but this is about 4 hours before the game starts, and there is nobody here. So if you guys are coming down earlier for tailgating and, you know, getting something to eat at some of the restaurants around here, this is a good spot to park. But usually if there is a guy here, they might shoo you away from using this entrance. But I have a easier way of getting over in this direction. All right, so the link and the Xfinity Mobile is over here. And this is obviously Broad Street, and there's 95 over there. Entrance to the Navy Yard is this way. Now, if you're coming off of Broad Street and you're trying to find a spot to park, make a right turn at this intersection, and if you follow me, make a right onto this street here, League Island Boulevard. So if you keep coming down this road, back where this fence line is, you guys see this blue paint? You make a hard left into here, and keep going down, back where this big ass boat is. You can bypass all of that front entrance nonsense with that so-called security guy, and that over there will take you anywhere in the Navy Yard where you guys can park at your pleasure, wherever there may be any parking left. Usually, depending on the time of the year or whoever the Eagles are playing or whatever the event is, usually that's the better spot to park. Now, usually when coming down to the games here in South Philly, most of the parking lots around the stadium complex will charge you, depending on the game, I think most of them are pretty similar, anywhere from 25 to 35 on the low end, up to 50 to 60 bucks, depending on how close you are to the venue that you're going to. Like for today, the Eagles, most of their tailgate lots are going to be running you probably 50 bucks. And if you have RVs or like bigger vehicles, they'll charge you, I think, close to 80 bucks to park for the games. And There's one spot up here that I'm going to show you is one of my favorite spots to park here in the city, but they themselves will charge you to park for Eagles games. Take a look. All right, so over there is the Xfinity Mobile Arena, or as I like to call it now, the Fin Bin. Now, across Broad Street here, in this area, this is FDR Park. Now, usually when I come to Phillies games, I always like to park here because they don't usually, in fact, in the past, I don't know, 2-3 years that I've been coming down to park for games, they never charge for parking, which is kind of a good thing. Now, usually when it comes to other events, it might be different. I think for concerts and other events, they don't usually charge for parking. Now today, for the Eagles game, they are charging $50 to park for a basic vehicle. And if you have anything oversized, they're charging you double at the low price of $100 to park here, which is absolutely outrageous. Now, obviously, since it's about close to 4 hours to kick off here, the parking is not as bad as it seems, but when it comes to baseball games, it's actually not as bad. Usually during the summer times, especially on weekends, this place does get a lot more crowded because they usually have the Asian Street Market Festival, and over here in these little fields where they have all the tents where all the merchants sell all their products and whatever other things they sell, food and all kinds of good stuff. Usually it does take me a few times to find a good spot to park, and worst case scenario, I will in fact have to park over at the Navy Yard to find a spot for the game. So if you guys follow those tips, you guys can save upwards of $50 per game on parking and close to little over $400+ a season if you park in the Navy Yard. So that is your tip of the day. All right, pre-game tailgate vibes are pretty average, I'd say, in my opinion. Everyone's donning their Sunday best in the Kelly Green variety. Actually, the lots are not as packed, probably because the starters ain't playing and because the tickets were super duper cheap. I think the last time I checked, you could probably get into the game for about $50, which is the same that you're paying for parking. That is, if you're paying for parking. Dumbasses. All right, walking over to my friend's tailgate spot now, and that got me thinking. I was watching my buddy, the Philly Captain's video back in, I think it was Black Friday when the Bears were in town, the tailgate scene there, and there was a lot of police activity when it comes to the underage minors and their alcoholic consumption activities. Thankfully, there's not as much as that as of now. Seems like everyone's been on their best behavior and seems to be pretty chill. But I think once it gets closer to game time, it'll be a little different, I think, in my opinion. But well, I'll be damned. They actually do have fans around here. Oh, there's our Lord and Savior face paint guy. He's in the house. So supposedly here is where our good buddy Todd, the little cheap bastard, likes to tailgate. And of course he is not here going to the game because he's a cheap. And just so you know, Todd, if you're watching this, there's a good chance I'm going to be pissing in your mailbox later. Well, at least they have the right name. Or at least what they should be called. All right, kids. There's about 2.5 hours left until the kickoff.
Something like that.
Something like that. What's your opinion on PhD?
We're playing against Phillip Rivers' understudy, the 30-something-year-old Josh Johnson. So I think our second stringers are better than Washington's first stringers, personally. And they're playing their third string quarterback. So I feel pretty good. 28-17.
Greg, what's the
Let's go.
10.
What did I say? 29.
And if it's not clear, we all think that the Birds are going to win.
Oh, that was obvious.
For sure.
That was very clear.
Tanner McKee is going at least 400 yards and about 4 touchdowns at least. At least.
At least. Then they're getting to at least 28, theoretically.
So I knew that Washington was trash, but this just takes it to a whole nother level. Alright, so the last time we all got together, we all went to see both Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, a 2-for-1 holiday special. Apparently tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of Raw on Netflix. And there's been rumors going around about appearances by certain people. What are your expectations for tomorrow night's first anniversary?
I think it's going to be packed. The first one, they really showed up and showed out, and I know they're trying to remind Netflix of why they spent all that money to acquire them. Rumors about big stars, we shall see. You know, if there's any certain Millennium countdowns happening in 2026.
There is a certain chance that the walls may be broken down tomorrow. Well, we'll see about that.
About that, but I think it'll be a good show. So if anybody wants to get tickets, I'm sure they're still available.
Yes, or if you want to...
WWE.com. You can also watch it on Netflix at 8 p.m. Subscribe today.
Yes. And also watch the turnaround exclusively on Netflix. And so, main event, Braun Breaker, CM Punk. What do you think? Do you think Braun...
Tough to say. I know they are probably going to look to do something big. I don't know. It might be too early to end Punk's reign, but if Punk's reign does end, who knows? Maybe Seth Rollins is lying about another injury.
I'm going to say the last time that happened, it surprised a lot of people.
They got what they wanted.
So after a long and busy and stressful holiday season, it's good to see that Santa Claus is here to have a bit of a rest and relaxation. All right, kickoff is starting in an hour from now. We're heading over to the stadium. Guys, what do you think? Are we ready for this or what?
We're ready. I'm just hoping we're on the side that's not the wind.
Oh, yes.
Cold.
Well, you guys...
Fancy club suite.
He's a club suite, this guy.
Hey, don't spoil it for them just quite yet.
Whoever else is playing. I just hope the Eagles have fun.
with Ashley Rice.
What's so proudly held at the twilight's last gleam? Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free?
defensive starters might be playing. It looks like Zach Vaughn, Malata, and Blankenship are the captains for today.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tails is the call. It's called tails. This is tails on the top. Washington has elected to defer. You want the football. Instead, would you like to play? Philadelphia will receive on this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, so Washington has won the toss. They will defer to the second half. The Eagles get the ball first. There we go. Got him at a 30. First down, Birds. All right, first play of the game. All right. Oh, Lance got sacked.
Henry King is sacked by number 94.
Almost got it. Oh, stop. All right, fourth down. What a catch. Holy sh**. All right, Smitty, I see you.
I think there's like
Join us in welcoming the
Yup.
Jahan Gutsy with the reception.
Got him.
Let's go. And the kick is good. Birds up 7-0 in the beginnings of the second quarter. And it's singing time. Oh! To victory! All right, about 13 and a half minutes. the second quarter. Bird just scored, up 7-0. Getting a little chilly, so came inside to this nicely climate-controlled room here, and I'm getting hungry. So let's see what they have around here, shall we? All right, we got a scoring update from Chicago. Detroit has just scored another touchdown. It's about under 5 minutes left in the first half of that game, and Detroit is up by a score of 13-0. This game here has some implications of sorts for the Birds. Alright, I gotta do this one sitting down because it got pretty crowded out here kind of quickly, and I ain't nowhere else to do this. So, it's halftime out. Eagles are down 10-7. So it's now time for the PhillyWaldo Stadium Food Review, and we got ourselves a good one. Over here at one of the self-service kiosks. Alright, we got ourselves here some brisket nachos, and I gotta tell you guys, this stuff is loaded. It has got all kinds of stuff on here. Obviously, you got brisket, but here's their nacho cheese, salsa, chives, jalapenos, 2 different kinds of sauces. It is stacked. And for the low price of $16, you yourself get one here at Lincoln Financial Field. I gotta be honest, for that price and what they give you, it's a good deal. So it looks really, really good. We're gonna see now how it eats. Gotta give it just a little bit of brisket.
I actually don't need none. This one, variants.
Wow. Those nachos are amazing. Brisket itself, pretty good. They do load it with crap. It does have some weight to it, I will say that, but other than that, overall, it's pretty good. Probably gonna save this for right now. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this here at Lincoln Financial Field a solid 8.4. It was really, really good. There's a lot. The second half should be kicking off here pretty shortly. Might go meet up with my friends here real quick before I go back to my seat. So I guess we'll see you then.
Guys pick this up. That's like
14 minutes in the Eagles are getting the ball back for the first time in the second half. Did I ever show you guys where the seats are?
Yeah.
Take a look at this. I'm literally in the club level, first row, practically on the 50-yard line. I don't think they got that one, kids.
Tank Bixby carries. It's 4th down.
No sh**. And
4th and 1. Number 10 bring man on to
the momentum shift here has just changed. Eagles ball. What a good catch. Atta boy. First down.
Britton Covey with the reception.
Wow. Britton Covey out of all people. First down, Birds. All right, ball's on the 3-yard line. Do we go for a tush push here? What? Oh man, the people are pissed. You know what? F it. Tush push time. What are you doing now? Uh-oh. Come on. ahead, Jake. Don't f this up.
Jake Elliott on attempt the extra point. Brendan.
Sir, the kick is good. Road to victor. Fly, Eagles fly. Oh, hello. Let 'em low, let 'em high. Yeah, watch me go fly. Fly, Eagles fly. On the road to victory. Let 'em hear it. Had a pick. All right, scoring update in Chicago. Detroit is tackling another field goal. The score now is 16-0 in favor of the Lions.
No touchdown. Horse collar.
Alright, he's walking with a bit of a limp, but I think he looks alright.
Join in the discussion.
Oh, alright.
Coming with the reception.
Alright. The kick is good. Alright, Philly's first baseman Ryan Howard and his family are in the house. Right on.
Get that. No. You can't just fall down.
Man, we're getting right and left with these calls.
Touchdown, Washington. Number 16, Jake Moody on to attempt the extra point. Tress Way with the hold.
Oh, too high. Son of a bitch.
Passing complete. Intended for
This game 16-16 in Chicago. Back to Los Angeles with the
That's not good.
Biggie gives the Rams a
Looks like Grant Cacosera might be coming back in. He's warming up that injured leg of his just now. Looks like he's doing okay.
touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, boy.
Shipley with the reception.
That boy shit.
Force that out.
Catch.
Johnson with the reception.
Oh boy, that's it.
The first down. First Bixby's hurt.
Pass incomplete.
Alright, this just got more interesting. Alright, 4th down and 3.
Washington takes over on downs.
Alright, there's a little over a minute left, and the Eagles just took their last timeout. It is 4th down in Washington. Alright, this is the Eagles' last chance. 53 seconds left, no timeouts. Let's see if they make a comeback. Oh, that ain't it. Yep, he ain't going nowhere. Alright, this is the last chance. Nope. And that, kids, is just about it. And everybody and their mother are heading for the exits.
The Washington Commanders 24, the Philadelphia Eagles 17. On behalf of the National Football League and the Philadelphia Eagles, we thank you for attending today's game in Lincoln Financial Field. And we hope to see you back next weekend when the Philadelphia Eagles host Wild Card Weekend presented by Acme.
That game was Let's go meet up with some friends, and then let's go do a recap back in the car where it's going to be nice and warm. Here's the traffic on Broad Street. Some of the people are leaving the sports complex. Yeah, it's pretty rough out here right now. Some of us ain't gonna get out of here for quite some time. Alrighty guys, so we're back in the car now, finally. I'm starting to thaw out a bit from the cold weather, so let's do our nightcap recap review of tonight's game. So I guess the game was pretty lackluster in my opinion. We didn't really get anything going until just into the second quarter. Tanner McKee threw a 15-yard touchdown pass to Grant Calcaterra, which ended up being the longest touchdown of the game because all the other touchdowns by both teams were either 1 or 2 yards. And then in the second quarter, also, Washington scored with about halfway through. Then they tacked on a field goal to give them a 3-point lead going into halftime. Then the backup running back, Tank Bigsby, scored a touchdown. Then Jake Elliott tacked on a field goal to give us a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And then Washington scored a little touchdown pass about 9.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And then with about 2.5 minutes left in the game, the backup quarterback for Washington scored a little 2-yard touchdown run to give them a 7-point lead, which ends up being the final. And the final score here in South Philadelphia, the Washington Commanders 24 and the Philadelphia Eagles 17. The Birds, unfortunately, did not make it out victorious here today. But I still had a good time overall. Got to hang out with some of my friends that I haven't seen since the holidays. And then got to see some other people that I haven't seen in a minute since baseball season. And it was overall a pretty good time here in South Philly. Unfortunately, the game did not go in our favor. And just before the game went final down here in South Philadelphia, up in Chicago, Detroit scores a game-winning field goal to defeat the Chicago Bears with the final score up there of 19-16. So the reason why we were following the Detroit game is because if Philadelphia were to win tonight, and as well as Detroit would defeat Chicago, Philadelphia would bump up to the number 2 seed and would host the Green Bay Packers here next weekend in the wild card round. But since Philadelphia lost and Detroit still won over in Chicago, the Eagles locked themselves into the number 3 seed and will now face the San Francisco 49ers here next weekend in the wild card round. So things will be getting interesting starting next weekend. So guys, that is it for me from the wonders known as South Philadelphia. I'm going to start making my long journey back home now. Not really sure when I'm going to be seeing you guys again. By the looks of it, it may or may not be the home opener for your hometown Philadelphia Phillies. But hopefully that is not going to be the case. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys more sooner than that. But as for me, I'm going to sign off here now. So take care, guys. And hopefully I will see you guys very, very soon. And as always, may God bless Adam the Woo.